What's going on? This is the Scotian Canadian, and I'm going to be talking the Alex Galchenyuk for Max Domi trade. Back on June 15th, Max Domi was acquired by the Habs for Alex Galchenyuk, sending him to the Arizona Coyotes. I'm disappointed to see Alex Galchenyuk leaving the team. He was one of my favorite players. I had high hopes for him. I thought he still had potential to become an elite goal-scoring winger for the Habs. That said, I actually really like this trade for the Montreal Canadiens. The main reason is the asset management. Alex Galchenyuk was going to become a UFA in 2 more seasons, meaning he could go to any team he wanted in the offseason 2 years from now. Max Domi, once he was acquired by the Habs, they signed him to a 2-year deal worth $3.15 million for 2 years. And then once that deal expires, he is an RFA, which means Montreal still holds his rights. So Montreal traded an expiring asset for an asset that they will have control of for at least 4 years. That is huge. Now, the thing is Max Domi is also a player that hasn't reached his ceiling in the NHL yet. There are 2 different players. Montreal's trading a guy who's primarily a goal scorer in Alex Galchenyuk to Arizona, and we get Max Domi, who is a natural playmaker, which is something that Montreal is lacking greatly. Last season, that was one of my main takeaways, is that we didn't have playmakers setting up all the shooters we have. Hudon's a shooter, Pacioretty's a shooter, Byron's a shooter, Gallagher's a shooter, Weber's a shooter, Petry's a shooter, Lekkonen's a shooter. So bringing in Max Domi is going to take a little bit of the pressure off Jonathan Drouin, because he was one of the only playmakers that we had on our team. Max Domi has a lot more potential. He was a round 1 draft pick in 2013. Domi then played in the World Juniors. Domi won gold at the World Juniors. He had 10 points in 7 games, which is 1 point behind what Connor McDavid had in that World Junior tournament. He then went to the Arizona Coyotes, and in his rookie season, he scored 18 goals and had 34 assists. Since then, he's had a little trouble with goal scoring, but he still put up those assist totals. He had 36 assists last year, and a lot of people said he had a bad year last year. Well, if you have 36 assists, I don't think that's necessarily a bad year, but if that's what they say, I would love to see what a good year is for Max Domi. I think in the next few seasons, Domi's going to be a player who's hitting assist totals up into the 40s, possibly up even into the 50s. This is a guy who has absolutely greasy backhand sauce passes. I am sure he's been cooking up that sauce all through the offseason. He's also a player who's incredibly tough. He one-punch knocked out Ryan Kesler. Ryan Kesler is a seasoned vet. That is no easy feat. Very impressive. Can't wait to see what he brings to Montreal. I think he's going to be a fan favorite in Montreal very, very quickly. And it's a bonus that his father was a legendary Maple Leaf, and now Max will be a thorn in the side of Leafs fans and Bruins fans for years to come. And I'm telling you right now, in the 2018-19 season, once Weber returns, my prediction, you heard it here first, Domi is going to be finding Weber with open time and space in the offensive zone. And when Weber has open time and space in the offensive zone, watch out. We will know pretty soon, concretely, who won and who lost this trade, because for Arizona, Alex Galchenyuk has to reach his potential there for this to be a win for them. They're probably going to try him at center, and I'm not quite sure that's going to work out. It didn't quite work out in Montreal, even though he was given a few different opportunities to try it out. So he needs to reach his potential in Arizona, because if he doesn't, he's then less likely to stay there. And like I said, in 2 years, he becomes a UFA and can go wherever he wants. But if he achieves success in Arizona, he's more likely to stay there. So for Arizona, that's what Alex Galchenyuk needs to do, and I really hope he does reach his potential there. I wish him all the best. I think this was a great trade for Montreal. Do you? Let me know in the comments. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and you can also find me on Facebook and Twitter at Scotian Canadian. Cheers. Go Habs, go.